School will be here before we know it for our kids, and having to start the first day of school is painful enough. So, adjusting your child's schedule a few weeks before school starts may be just as important as that back-to-school shopping. I know your kids don't want to hear it. It is the truth, though. Joining us today is UW Health nutritionist Tammy Schultz. She is here to explain why this adjustment period earlier rather than later is really the best thing for you and your kids. Are you finding out that breakfast is something that really tends to go to the wayside, especially during the summer months?
Absolutely, and it's something that is a problem, it seems like year long. I was dealing with this with kids at the end of school, but now that so many kids are out of the routine because of summer, because they're sleeping in until like 10, 11 o'clock, breakfast has been out the window. So it's really, getting parents used to dragging their kids out of bed now, but also getting the kids used to eating, 3 to 4 hours earlier again.
What can parents do during this adjustment period in the next few weeks, and how soon should they start to make some adjustments?
Really, I think the sooner the better, because like you said, school is just around the corner. It's a couple weeks away, so starting to ease back, especially when it comes to the sleep thing.
Yeah.
Getting consistent with bedtimes, getting them into that bedtime routine, getting them up, setting the alarms, opening the blinds, whatever you got to do there. Maybe a little less lenient on the weekends too to help ease that process.
Okay.
But in terms of breakfast, what we really want to focus on is the good source of complex carbohydrates. I know Amy Mim talked about this a couple of weeks ago about the sugary cereals and all those things.
Sure.
So we really want to focus on some good complex carbs that are going to give kids that lasting energy throughout the mornings, all that good fiber. So this will kind of keep them focused.
Now I want you to be honest. Can you get kids to eat that?
Possibly. Like I said, I mixed it. So here's kind of a blend of like some Cheerios and things like that.
Okay.
So mixing some of those and kind of sneaking in some of that fiber and some of those better for you cereals.
Don't tell and they'll never know.
Exactly.
Talking about weight concerns, which we were even focusing on earlier in this newscast, childhood obesity and that rate. Eating breakfast is really supposed to help kids combat obesity.
Absolutely. And this is something I find with adults as well. A lot of people that I see are struggling with weight are breakfast skippers. And, basically it's the fueling the fire, the first meal of the day, getting the body started. And they're the people that tend to struggle the most, but also they're eating larger meals throughout the day, fewer larger. So we want them to start spreading those calories out into the earlier parts of the day so they're struggling less and less with weight.
Eating more often and more meals and keeping your metabolism really revved up.
Yeah, keep the fire burning.
What is the take-home message for today if parents can walk away from this with one thing?
Take-home message for today, we keep saying breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but for some reason it keeps getting sidelined. Kids are going to focus so much better in school. They're going to have more energy. They're going to do better in classrooms. So, doing themselves a favor by getting started earlier, doing the teachers a favor, and also the kids and getting them off on the right foot this school year.
And be a good example as a parent, right?
Yes, be a great example.
So eat breakfast as a parent and make sure you stick to a bedtime as well.
Absolutely.
Because then you can't have the kids using that as an excuse.
Yes.
I know I did. Thank you so much.
No
Appreciate
problem.
having you here.
Thank
and we wish all of you the best of luck in enjoying your last month before school starts. David will have a final check on your forecast when we come back.